What is up, Geeky Saiyan Army? It's Kanan,
It's Jessie.
and we are the Geeky Saiyan couple, and welcome to episode 4 of our, I guess it's going to become a long-running series of RWBY Fairytale theories. I didn't want to say theories and series again because I almost just messed up that. It's so hard. So, today, because it won the poll on Twitter, we are talking about Emerald and what could possibly be her story in relations to Aladdin. Because I don't know if Miles and Carrie have come out and said yet if Emerald is 100% based off Aladdin, but the connections are there, and the fandom has pretty much decided, yeah, Emerald more than likely is Aladdin.
I mean, it kind of fits.
Yeah. So, once again, kind of like with Nora, since Emerald is a villain and kind of a secondary villain, there's not a ton of info out there, but Emerald has at least had a lot of exposure in the show. So we have some things to go off on. So, first thing we're going to go over is the original story of Aladdin. It's not a very long one. I've read over it once, well, twice, 3 times. And there are, really, tell you the truth, besides some character names and some roles that were changed around, the Disney version kind of stayed pretty faithful.
Yeah, it wasn't very, that was one of the stories that didn't go too far off of the truth in it anyway.
So this is pretty much the little summary. This is called the Burton translation of 1885 because this story has been retold with several variations. So it pretty much says Aladdin is a impoverished young ne'er-do-well dwelling in one of the cities of China, which is weird because Aladdin is often connected to Arabian, and apparently, as I read, the story of Aladdin was not in the original Arabian Nights tales. So, I learned something because I always thought it was part of that. He is recruited by a sorcerer from the Maghreb. I'm sorry if I pronounced any of this stuff wrong. Who passes himself off as the brother of Aladdin's late father, Mustafa the tailor, convincing Aladdin and his mother of his goodwill by pretending to set up the lad as a wealthy merchant. The sorcerer's real motives is to persuade young Aladdin to retrieve a wonderful oil lamp from a booby-trapped magic cave. After the sorcerer attempts to double-cross him, Aladdin finds himself trapped in the cave. Aladdin is still wearing a magic ring the sorcerer has lent him. When he rubs his hands in despair, he inadvertently rubs the ring, and a Jinji, or genie, appears and releases him from the cave, allowing him to return to his mother while in possession of the lamp. When his mother tries to clean the lamp so they can sell it to buy food for their supper, a second, more powerful genie appears who is bound to the bidding of the person holding the lamp. With the aid of the genie of the lamp, Aladdin becomes rich and powerful and marries Princess not Jasmine, because I cannot pronounce that
either.
name.
I'll put it up here.
Yeah, because that is, the Sultan's daughter after magically foiling her marriage to the vizier's son. So in the original story, the sorcerer and the vizier, who in the Disney version would become Jafar, is 2 different people. The genie builds Aladdin and his bride a wonderful palace, far more magnificent than the Sultan's. The sorcerer hears of Aladdin's good fortune and returns. He gets his hands on the lamp by tricking Aladdin's wife, who is unaware of the lamp's importance. I wonder. By offering to exchange new lamps for old. Okay, so this is already throwing up flags. So, what we know about Emerald in relation to Aladdin is that Emerald was living on the streets. She was a thief. She was, it was the only way she could survive. And of course, she would use her semblance, which is pretty much illusions, to do it. And that is why Cinder recruited her. Cinder thought her skills would come at an advantage for herself, though parading it as Salem's goals. And somewhere along the line, Emerald just, like, we didn't really exactly see it in the show. I mean, obviously Cinder gave Emerald a reason to be, I guess. And so somewhere along the lines, Emerald developed an infatuation with Cinder. And it can be taken several ways. Does she see Cinder as the mother figure she never had? More than likely, because that's what Mercury stated in the show. Though I gotta admit, it does seem like it's borderline romantic feelings sometimes, because it's there. So here's the thing, though. In the Volume 8 intro, when everything freezes, the only ones who can move are Cinder, Emerald, and Neo. Before I get to that, let's finish the story, because it might make more sense later. The sorcerer, okay, so we got that. He orders the genie of the lamp to take the palace along with all of its contents to his home. Aladdin still has the magic ring and is able to summon the lesser genie. The genie of the ring cannot directly undo any of the magic of the genie of the lamp, but he is able to transport Aladdin to where the sorcerer lives with the help of the woman's wiles of the princess. He recovers the lamp and slays the sorcerer, returning the palace to its proper place. Then there's a plot about a more powerful and evil brother of the sorcerer and all that. I don't think it's really going to relate to Emerald's story after that. I'll leave a link in the description for this translation. But, so here's my theory. If Emerald is in fact Aladdin, and let's face it, from what we've seen in the show so far, Emerald is a villain, yes, but
only because she's with Cinder. That's the way. Like,
yeah, like in Chapter 4, when she was pretty much begging Cinder for her to go, it came off so innocent. Like, please let me go.
She wants to be accepted, which Aladdin did too. So it would make sense for her to act that way. Like, she's doing what she can to keep whatever family or closeness that she has gained, because she thinks that's, she needs to wake up, obviously. And we've started seeing that later on in volumes, though. Like, how shocked she was.
Well, yeah, because like I think in Volume 5, she pretty much stated that she doesn't care what's at stake. She just says she owes Cinder everything. So that's really all that's driving her. So I have a couple of theories. If Emerald is indeed an Aladdin, could it be Emerald who finds out how to summon Jinn?
It's possible.
Because let's face it, Jinn is, of course, a genie. That is what she's based off of. She just doesn't grant wishes. She answers questions. And would it not be funny if Emerald uses that last question to ask, will Senpai ever notice me?
Or something else related to,
Cinder or something. So, here's another thing. I have another theory. Now, as we all know, characters in RWBY, yes, they are based off usually a specific character, but they can also fill the roles of other characters, especially if they are connected to another character's story. Cinder's role, I think she could be two characters. I think, whether it's romantic or not, I think Cinder could be Jasmine in Emerald's story, but it's a Jasmine that never accepted Aladdin.
Because Cinder's using her. So it would be, she's accepted her enough to make her think that she's needed.
Yeah.
When she's using her to her own advantages.
And also, Cinder could be Jafar / the sorcerer vizier, because who was it that recruited Aladdin to get the lamp? Jafar.
Yeah.
So what if Emerald is an Aladdin that was so thankful to Jafar for giving
him what he everything.
Yeah, and like what if Aladdin saw like a father figure in Jafar, because Jafar made him believe he believed in him and only him to do this task. So what if Emerald is an Aladdin that fell for Jafar's plot, and that's what Cinder is? She could be both, who knows? And what if, just maybe, what if Monstra, the giant whale, could be symbolism for Emerald's Cave of Wonders? Like, because in the Disney version, I think the Cave of, in the original story, it was just a magic cave. In the Disney version, the Cave of Wonders was this big tiger head. So, I'm just imagining, Emerald escaping the whale and the whale's mouth clamping down and all that. Maybe not. But the one question is, what's Neo's role? Because Neo is hard to put in any story because
we don't know enough.
Well, it's also because she's not exactly based off any fairy tale. I mean, obviously she's based off ice cream, but if I remember correctly, and correct me if I get this wrong, because it's been a long time since I've heard the story, but Neo is technically an original character because someone had sent Monty like a cosplay that he really liked, and he based Neo off that cosplayer, I believe. I think that was the story.
It's been a long time. I can't remember, but I know, like, the thing is we also...
Because Neo wasn't planned. Neo was never planned. I think Miles has said that one of the reasons why the rush to finish Volume 2 got so tight is because they added Neo.
Though the thing is Neo may have some type of fairy tale connection or folklore connection, but we don't know enough to place her anywhere.
I vote Mary Poppins. I think it's Mary Poppins sometimes.
But you get what I mean? Like, we don't know enough completely about her. Like, why she can't talk. Why, we just... I don't know. Like, we don't know enough to really... I'd love to see more things to know. But I mean...
Okay, I just wanted to double check what I said about Neo. Apparently Neo came off, let's see. Neo's design was partially based on a presentation play cosplay of Roman. So that's what they kind of... I knew it had something to do with cosplay. And I think Monty just really liked it. So they created a character out of it. And, of course, based her off Neapolitan ice cream and all that. But they've never really said if she's got any fairy tale connection. So I'm kind of interested
to see, because as the story continues, I mean, I'm hoping we do learn more at some point. Mm-hmm. Learning something more about her. Because I would really like to know, if she could ever talk at all, why she doesn't talk, or why she can't. So, I mean, just more things to connect.
Okay, so back to Emerald. So the next thing I want to talk about is Emerald's potential fate. Because it really does seem like... for a while, they've kind of been teasing that Emerald's not exactly happy where she is. Like, kind of teasing that maybe Emerald's going to jump sides at some point. Maybe if Salem does something to Cinder or something, maybe that'll get her to... I always had a theory that Emerald was going to do something that was going to be seen as a betrayal to Salem, and that's how they were going to axe Emerald. But who knows? Something might not happen to Emerald. Maybe she'll just join the others and she'll get away.
That's what I always thought, was especially since definitely at the end of 5.
Yeah.
Her face. Like, just everything that would happen, things, and then there was little hints here and there every time we did see her, that I think that she is going to jump sides. But the thing is right now, especially seeing Cinder again, she's grasping to whatever Cinder did to keep her, recruit her and keep her there, like, and giving her whatever. Like, she's grasping to that, and it's showing that she's like desperately grasping to it. She doesn't want to lose it, but really she needs to see the reality of things and see she could probably have more with everybody else. They would, regardless, it's shown they would accept her and wouldn't trust her fully at first, but I mean, they were obviously willing to be friends with them anyways.
Yeah, for real. And And of course, some stuff did happen in Chapter 5 of Volume 8, but we can't talk about that because the episode still isn't public, though we did talk about it a little bit in our analysis. So, so yeah, that's really my biggest thing, is Emerald being the one to figure out how to summon Jinn, because let's face it, it's a genie in a lamp.
I think, though, that's... Thinking about that even more... That's probably what's going to screw Salem. Salem's not going to get what she... Like,
No,
she's
I
where
don't think
she's not going to get the one she wants, the answer she wants. It's going to get taken.
Yep.
And I really do think it's going to be Emerald. Or Emerald's going to be the one to get it away.
Yeah.
And waste the question.
Yeah, that'd be something if she wasted it.
There's another question she could possibly ask, too, depending, like... Since she was living on the street, she was alone. Her past, her family, anything that she doesn't know, that could be a question she asks. Because, I mean, I know not so much completely in the original story of Aladdin, but remember, in the end, Aladdin found his dad.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, it's possible maybe she's got a parent somewhere that she doesn't know about because she's always been alone.
Well, if that ever happens, we need to possibly see if there's any connection to the King of the 40 Thieves.
Yeah, I mean, that's the other thing. So, if that happens, we'll definitely be looking into that.
Yeah. This kind of reminds me of this old Scooby-Doo cartoon. It was called Arabian Nights. And to keep their heads, Scooby and Shaggy had to tell this Sultan guy these stories.
I remember that one.
And it was the first time I'd ever seen a female version of Aladdin. It was called Aladdin and the Magic Lamp. So
I do remember
it'd be funny if any member of RWBY saw that, and that's how Emerald was
thought up and okay, here we go.
Yeah, let's do a female Aladdin. I wish we knew more. I really do. That's the hard thing about some of these characters, that we've still not got a ton of backstory for us, because there's not much we can say. Funny thing, though, I did read that in the Disney version, the second genie, the one that came out of the ring, was turned into the magic carpet in the Disney version. I forgot. What did it say about Abu? I forgot. But, that's who Neo is. She's Abu.
Currently, anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, she's pretty much third fiddle right now. Like,
Well, that kind of fits a little bit, especially if Cinder is a part of that story, too. Because she had Neo go and retrieve something. I just thought of that.
That or she's Cinder's Iago. And Iago turned against Jafar. So...
Yeah. I
Oh,
mean,
that kind of makes sense, because Iago, voiced by Gilbert Gottfried, was a loudmouth. That's the opposite of what Neo is. So there, that's who Neo is. She's Iago.
well, Jafar had Iago do it too. Go and steal the lamp.
Yeah.
So...
That is right. That is right.
It's connecting here.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
wow.
This fits with, them having multiple stories between different characters. So, we know Neo's not definitely a part of the story, based off, but she's added into it for this specific group. So
it makes me wonder then, if Emerald does get away, if she finally gets out of Cinder's spell, is Neo gonna go with her?
Iago turned, so...
Yeah, but sometimes in RWBY, it's the opposite that happens, so who knows?
Iago
there's already...
got hurt, and he still turned.
Yeah. Because there's already theories that Neo might take Cinder's place. I do think Neo's gonna be the one that gets the Fall Maiden powers. I do.
I mean, yeah, I don't see where else it would go, but I still see...
That should be Emerald.
But the thing is I still see Neo.
Get noping out of there?
Nope.
Yeah. Which, I can't talk about that. That's in Chapter 5. Never mind. So yeah, that's really all I can think of, really, off the top of my head, because there's really no... The story so far is so opposite that you can't really think of a theme that was in the original Aladdin that's going to happen here, because if Cinder is Jasmine, she's an evil. She's pretty much the Jasmine that Aladdin was scared he would meet, because he thought that she would never be interested in him, and Cinder could be that, the one that's like, get away from me, you filthy street rat, Well, you got
Jafar, the fire.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That fits more to Cinder.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said,
I don't know. It just kind of clicked too. So.
Well, yeah, because
So that's where I'm thinking more of Iago as well. So. I don't know. I just popped into my head.
All right. Well, that's really all we've got for this one. A shorter episode than usual. All the other episodes have been about 30 minutes long. We're about 23 minutes, but it's late. I can't think. It's been a long day. Next poll will be up on Twitter probably Monday to decide what will next week's episode be. I've got a few ideas. And, oh yeah, we need to thank our Patreon. So
yes.
they'll be
listed up here,
yep.
or
should have done it at the beginning of the video, but habit, of starting the videos the way we do. We'll put them at the beginning of the video next time. Anything you got planned that you want to say?
Everything's still in progress. Stuff is still slowly coming into the mail for me, so that's why none of the cosplay stuff has gotten fully filmed yet. I've got pieces of it. It's just stuff needs to arrive for me to actually finish filming things. So
one big thing I do want to ask you guys is let us know in the comments what you think about us putting out so many videos that we have. Like I said, I don't think we can continue that because we can't come up with that many ideas off the fly right now. If our internet was faster, then yeah, we would record, and just have a whole backlog ready. But are you happy with the more constant uploads, or do you want to go back like a video on Monday, then no video Tuesday, then a video on Wednesday? Let us know. Just that I've had several ideas to do stuff here recently, so I wanted to get them up as fast as I could. I don't want to edit her to death, but because I mean that's pretty much how I go. I come up with the video ideas, we record them, and
I have to sit up half the night editing
because I don't know how to edit, and I just don't think I have the patience to.
Plus, it's getting close to Christmas time, so I'm still doing orders.
Yeah. So, but I'm trying to think if there was anything else, because like I came up with this Emerald Aladdin theory like a few weeks ago. I think that's really all I had was.
There's not much more else to go on it because that it's not very long.
No, it's not.
And we need to know more to be able to go a little more in depth with.
Which I'm sure we will by the end of the volume, but like I said, by Monday there will be a poll on my Twitter asking what the next episode you guys want to see. I think we do plan to do Bumblebee and Beauty and the Beast, but that's either going to be after the volume or if something big happens. Yes. That'll be a much longer video because I'm
the one who's got a lot of research to do for that one.
Well, also
you do, but
yeah, because Beauty and the Beast is my favorite fairy tale.
A lot of the original stories.
Yeah.
I just have to find them all.
So that will be a long one, but maybe a Cinder and Cinderella one, because that's also something you'd be able to do. Even though she's not a fairy tale, because she actually did exist, I do want to do a Jean and Joan of Arc video, possibly a John and Pyrrha and Romeo and Juliet video. What was the other one? Damn, I can't think of it. It'd be fun to do Sienna and Shere Khan, but there's just not enough. There's just not enough there. Because Sienna lasted 5 minutes in the show. That's all we got.
Maybe we'll eventually get more of a backstory of the past of things. So maybe then we could do more on that.
Maybe if they release like a book one day or something. But that's just a few ideas. Oh, Pyrrha and Achilles. I want to do that one as well. So yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, click that like button. Likes really help. We are getting very close to 330 subscribers, so please help us get there soon. And if you want to support the channel even more, our Patreon link is in the description. Just for $1, you pretty much get access to what?
Any of the patron posts, and all the videos, like when we post Patreon first access.
Because Rooster Teeth has been unblocking their reactions really quickly this year.
You'll also, since I've actually been redoing the tiers, you will actually also see sneak peeks to higher tiers. There's not as many tiers. I'm going to add a couple more, but you'll get to see pretty much the sneak peeks of everything, as well as access extra things.
Yeah, we're trying to give you guys more info as because things are like changing daily. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed it. This is Kanan.
This is Jessie.
We love you all very much. Take care of yourselves out there. Stay safe. Stay warm.
Yeah.
And we will see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.